Hello everybody, how you doing today? Joe here, 690 ADV. Yes, I would like to say thank you first to Bert and all of the fantastic people at KTM North Texas, because I'll tell you what, I got a text and guess what we have right here at the 690 home. Yes, the 2020 KTM Duke 200. Yeah. We got it. So what we're going to do is we're going to test drive this thing. We're going to go out. We're going to put some miles on it. We're going to find out the good, the bad, and if there's any ugly to this bike, and who it's made for, and basically, is it really worth the money? Coming up next.
What's happening? What's going on, everybody? Joe here, 690 ADV, KTM Duke 200. Thank you to KTM North Texas. They allowed me to get this bike, take it out, basically take it for a little spin for the weekend, put some miles on it, and really check this bike out. And it's a lot of fun because I don't get a lot of street bikes, but I tell you what, these Dukes are something else. Or are they? Yeah, we're going to get out. We're going to ride and talk about this bike and really what it's about, kind of what it has, and really kind of who it's for. Now, it's a 200cc motorcycle, so, you know, a lot of people will sit there and say, well, it's a 200cc bike. I mean, what's it really going to do? You might be surprised at what this bike can do. Now, first thing that I will say about this motorcycle, it's low to the ground. It's really nice. It's like a 32-inch seat height. So for short people or females or short guys, I mean, I don't want to single out the girls, but it's nice. I mean, my feet are planted super, super nice to the ground, and it just feels nice. And the throttle, it's very KTM-like, very, very responsive. It's nice. Now, I will say this, the clutch that I have noticed from riding around, very touchy, very touchy. It is not a hydraulic clutch. It's not like my KTM 690, but it's a wet clutch. But I tell you what, it really is nice. And I mean, engine, super smooth. Like very smooth. If you notice right here, it's got a shift indicator on the RPM when the revs are getting a little high. That's really kind of cool. It doesn't have a TFT display. It is LCD only, but it is nice. It's big. You can actually read everything. It's got a gear indicator on it. It gives you the fuel gauge on how much you have. It gives you a rough estimate on your miles on your gas tank, on how far you can make it. It has a 3.5-gallon tank, give or take. Everything is in liters. But the one thing I will say about this bike is, I know it's a 200cc bike. Make no mistake, comparing this to like a 250cc dual sport bike or something like that, which it is not. It's got quite a bit of power for a little 200cc bike. It'll boogie. It's pretty fun. It's a little 200cc rocket, as I like to say. Now, the bike itself is really great for short people, like I said. But the nice thing is it's 330 pounds. That is the claimed weight from KTM. I will say one thing. This bike is ridiculous fun and nimble. I mean, it will carve and cut on the road, and it just feels nice. It feels like a razor blade under your legs. It's super, super fun. I mean, it just, the suspension is nice too. It does have the WP suspension on the front, upside down forks. But what I will say is it's not adjustable, all right? So, but that's not a big deal. It's a 200cc bike. This is not a race bike. This is a local commuter bike. This is going to be great for people that are going to college, living around town, just want to do some little riding around, do some carving on the road, that's who it's really kind of set up for. I'm not going to lie to you. This is not going to be that, oh, I want to go race on the weekends or something like that. It's not a Duke 690 or something like that. But the throttle, very responsive. Super smooth. The one thing that I noticed about this bike that I really, truly like a lot, the motor. The motor. This motor, and I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not an expert rider. I don't know anything. I stalled the bike twice. Let me tell you why I stalled it twice. I didn't realize it was running. I'm serious. I am going to be honest with you. I was unaware that the bike was actually idling. I stalled it. I did it, and then I realized after it kind of sputtered, you can't hear the engine in your helmet. But it's so smooth. You want to talk about vibration? There is none. It is beyond smooth. Even like right now, I'm in a stop sign, and it's just super smooth. And it's just entirely too much fun. It looks the part. It looks just like any of the other Duke series. It looks like a little rocket, and it's fun. It is absolutely fun. I mean, just getting out and carving the twisties, this thing will do everything. It's just not going to be as fast as the 690 Duke, the 490 Duke, and 1290 and all that. We did a review on the 1290. But I will say this, just absolutely so much fun. It does have ABS, which is great. It's got disc brakes. It's got Brembo brakes, which they're the MyBri or whatever you want to call it. They're made by Brembo. But they're still a Brembo brake. They stop great. The front brake is fantastic. I mean, I can dive the front end by just barely tapping it. The back end, same thing. I know there's a couple of ride modes. There's like road mode, and then there is Supermoto mode. Supermoto allows the back end to actually lock up on the ABS, which is really kind of cool. It's just a fun little bike, man, and I just cannot tell you how much I appreciate KTM for letting me take this bike and run it for a little bit and get it out. Yeah, if you guys are thinking of anything, KTM North Texas, Bert over there, you're going to see it on screen. They're going to take care of you. Those guys are fantastic. They do such a great job. And bikes like these, they always have a great assortment of motorcycles. Don't forget, they're not just KTM, they're Sherco, and they'll work on just about anything. But this KTM 200 Duke, 17-inch wheel, it's a 200cc bike. Here's the kicker. For $3,999, you cannot go wrong with this bike. I mean, it is so responsive. It's so much fun. You can flick it around. It's perfect for new riders. It's perfect for intermediate riders. And it's perfect for just about anybody that's been riding for a really long time. And the price is right at $3,999. Now, KTM is probably going to have it maybe a little bit lower than that. That's what the MSRP is. But the one nice thing about them is they're not just going to take care of you at the time of the sale. It's after the sale is where those guys shine. But the KTM Duke 200, what a great bike. It's so much fun. Plenty of pep, plenty of speed. It's not going to be a race bike, but I tell you what, in the shorts, man, I tell you what, it'll actually get out and do the business, and it's super fun. I had a great time on it, and I want to thank KTM in North Texas for letting us take the bike out and actually put some miles on it and actually test this bike and really see what it'll do. But for a single-cylinder motorcycle, I'll tell you what, guys, you can't go wrong with this bike. It really is just too much fun. And for the ladies, yeah, it's short, get them feet down, and it's so much fun. My wife was eyeballing it all weekend. Hey, you know what? I'm Joe, 690 ADV. Thank you so much for checking this out. And the KTM Duke 200. from KTM North Texas. Tell you what a fantastic bike. Lots of pep, lots of just little interval power. It's a 6-speed, single-cylinder bike. And for $3,999 MSRP, you cannot go wrong, especially if you're in school or if you're just riding around town. So check out KTM North Texas and see about these 200cc KTM Duke. They'll take care of you. Thank you so much. You guys have a fantastic day. We appreciate you for stopping in. 690 out.